beginning to get going in 2010.
Well, over on the far side of the track, they're just about ready for this discipline. The men's 200 metres, half a lap to sprint. No Usain Bolt here tonight, no Walter Dix, but we do have Tyson Gay in lane 5. And the American, of course, the 2007 world champion, the silver medalist last year over 100 metres in Berlin. Returning to great form. Good win over Asafa Powell in Gateshead 2 weeks ago. That was over 100. This is probably his better event, actually. Tyson Gay. Aaron Armstrong goes in lane 1. Hasn't raced since May, the Trinidadian. He's 32 years old now, but he took an Olympic silver medal in the sprint relay in Beijing. Ainsley Wall for Jamaica goes in lane 2. His first race for a couple of weeks. He's been in reasonable form. 20.4 for 5th in Lausanne was his last contest. Sean Crawford goes in lane 3. The Olympic champion back in 2004. He's 32 years old now, but still in pretty good shape. 6th in Lausanne in 20.6 2 weeks ago. Xavier Carter. Well, 3rd in Lausanne in 20.1. As I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, he was only 3rd in the American Championships, though, Carter, but that's a good lane draw, lane 4, and he's inside this man, Tyson Gay. 2nd quickest man in history over 100 metres. In Gateshead 13 days ago, he beat Asafa Powell in 9.93 into a headwind. Lost to Dix in Prefontaine meeting 3 weeks ago, but Dix not here. More of that in a minute. There's Ryan Bailey, the American, only a youngster, 20.3 in Nuoro last week. Then Wallace Spearman, silver medalist in the World Championships last year in Berlin, and 3 years ago in Osaka. He's the American champion too, as Spearman. Watch him in 7. Don't think he'd be too happy with that lane draw, frankly. And then Johan Blake in lane 8. 3rd in Paris a week ago. He's only 19 years old, Blake, the Jamaican. And that's not a great lane draw for him either. He's 9.95 he ran in Paris, behind Usain Bolt and Asafa Powell. And this is season debut over 200 metres. That's Blake in 8, Spearman in 7, both of whom I think might run better than their lane draw suggests here. Gay there goes in lane 5, very much the favourite. The lineup from the inside again: Armstrong in 1, Waugh in 2, Crawford in 3, Carter 4, Gay in 5, Bailey goes in 6, then Spearman in 7, and on the outside in yellow, Johan Blake of Jamaica, just 19 years old. Gay in red, centre of picture. Well, quite a big chip twitch from Carter there in lane 4, but they get away, and that's a great start from Gay. Great bend, he's run 2, he's way up on Bailey. He's past Bailey, he's really gone for it here. That's a tremendously aggressive bend from Tyson Gay into the straight. The others are way back now. It's a battle for 2nd place, but look at Tyson Gay. Watch the clock. This is very fast. Great running outside him there from young Johan Blake. 1973, it's another meeting record, but what a run from Johan Blake. I said that was a lousy lane draw for the youngster. He'll have gone under 20 seconds. He wasn't far down. So a meeting record for Tyson Gay after a very, very aggressive bend. I wonder, in fact, whether or not he didn't give too much in that first 100. I think maybe he misjudged it. They were coming back at him, and he's normally so strong down the straight. You shouldn't have a 19-year-old coming back at you like that when you're a former world champion. And Gay, while he's returning to full fitness, Steve, maybe just hasn't raced enough at this sort of level to get that racing brain absolutely perfect. I think he was too quick in the first 100.
I think you're right, and you know how you can tell. And if Michael Johnson was sitting here, he'd probably explain this much better than I could. But just watch his transition as he comes out. He's right in the outside of his lane. His momentum takes him right the way out there. That's not a good transition into the home straight. And he attacked that bend so much, put so much into it, he then had nothing left for the latter part of the race. It's coming under pressure from Blake. And it's good to see Gay in this sort of form, though. The belief is there. When Bolt's not here, he's starting to think, right, I'm going to really attack this. No problems with the hamstring anymore, freely running, but watch this. He's tired now, and the legs are just starting to buckle a little bit, and Blake is coming, and he's coming fast. He's not going to quite get there. There was only a few hundredths in it in the end. A big step forward for the young Jamaican. 19.78, a new personal best for him. Season's best for Tyson Gay as well. Better run from Wallace Spearman also. But this bend, the first 50, 60 meters was scintillating. This was him running 100 metres. And there was a little grimace there. Did you see? I was suddenly worried for a bit. There was a grimace in the face. Then it kind of relaxes again. But look how wide he is on that bend coming into the home straight.
And Steve, at this level, you're talking about such minute, such tiny adjustments, aren't you, to getting it right. The spread of your energies over the 200. You cannot sprint it flat out. And he more or less tried to tonight. I mean, he wasn't holding back much at all that first 100, the first 120. If somebody had said to him, sprint the first bend as hard as you can, I don't think it would have been any quicker. Gay then, winning in 19.72, a meeting record ahead of the Johan Blake's first 200 of the year. Wonderful personal best for the young Jamaican. Spearman in third, as Steve said, under 20 seconds as well. And there it is.